Howdy, folks. Howdy. I'm Black Dragon, and welcome to another edition of Black Dragon Biker News Network. Biker News you can trust. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. And let me bring out my co-host, Mike Ball.
Good morning. Good morning. We got a soda for the morning. Stop the cat.
Stop the cap.
Hey, Mike Ball, why don't you take over the introduction this morning?
You're going to put me on the spot. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, much love and respect. And hey, by the way, when you do that, I have no music when you do that. Hey, appreciate you guys for coming and hang out with your boy. We chilling, vibing, Max all cool, shooting some b-ball outside of school. We got an interesting whole ordeal today. And if I had access to the actual video itself, actually I do. And I want to wait for Dragon because I don't want to jump the gun on this. But he's got something very interesting because I don't want to ruin the show.
How did you know exactly when How'd you know exactly when to come back on?
I knew exactly when.
Morning,
when. Good morning.
How's
everything?
Huh?
I said, how's everything? I see that you changed scenes real quick.
Must you call attention to that?
Oh, well, you just threw me on the spot too. When you went away, the music went away, everything went away.
Did the music go away?
Yeah, when you go away, I got no music.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it just went blank like that.
Well, yeah, you left me hanging for real. Yeah, it's okay.
I apologize. I realized my background wasn't right.
That's okay.
We have to go take that out.
We do it live, everybody.
We do it live.
Yes.
I hope we have good internet today. How are you this morning, Mike?
Better. Yeah, definitely good. I needed to get a little rest, but
you're a little tired.
Yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired today.
You were up late last night doing.
I was up late, and then I got up early because the baby was,
Oh, is the baby 2 years old now? Terrible.
Almost 18 months, 19 months. So
I once dated this girl when I was in the Navy. Her baby was 2. She called it the terrible 2s. And one night that baby woke up and just kept us up all night. The next morning on my way to the base, I fell asleep at the wheel and ran my brand new rims, shaved the highway like I was coming into to the base there on Rosecrans, that's the submarine base, and coming over the highway there was this bridge, and I fell asleep and shaved my brand new $1,500 rims, and I never went over her house ever again.
No,
never. She this day, she probably wonders whatever happened to that man. Yeah,
he's gone.
30 years later, maybe.
Had nothing to do with anything other than having a child.
That baby kept me up all night. I was so angry that and that's how I learned about the terrible 2s. I was so angry at that woman and her baby. Is that's shallow, isn't it?
No. If you don't have like children yourself, then it's understandable.
No, I didn't have any children. It's like 1986 or something. Yeah.
Totally different.
Speaking of shallow,
what's going on?
There's a guy that was pretty shallow, pretty petty, and he made a salacious claim on Instagram. He made a salacious claim on Instagram, and you just got to see this. He claims that he is the cause of 32 people being indicted in the Outcast Nation, all because of him. The mighty Outcast Motorcycle Club Nation. 32 people got indicted because of him. And that all happened because he was pissed off at a girl.
Yeah.
Speaking of petty. So this is it. And I'm going to play this. Of course, this has come to me 35 times since yesterday. You know what I mean? Just over and over and over and over and over. People are emailing this thing to me. So All right, folks. Looked into it a little bit. This is what we found. First of all, let's see the video. I'm going to hit replay.
And unmute.
I'm going to take it off mute and hit replay.
I work with the Marshals.
Here we go. One more time.
Bounty hunt. Meaning, if you jump bounty, your shit is 65,000 or above. I work with the Marshals. I'm going to come kick your front door in. It's not going to bother me at all. So this chick I'm dating, she decides to tell me, I am never going to submit to you. I am never going to be loyal to you. All my loyalty is going to go to Outcast Motorcycle Club and 2 of my exes in this club. She decides at 2 o'clock in the morning while I'm at work, she wants to be on FaceTime with women. I can break into a phone. All I need is a cell phone, and I'm going to get your phone in 15 minutes, and I'm going to have all of your text messages from 2 years within 4 hours. This is what I do. She is not under a federal RICO indictment charge. Behold, Outcast Motorcycle Club is now under a federal RICO indictment charge because she wanted to fucking play with me and wanted to be on fucking live with these motherfuckers. The niggas that she cheated with that were married, I took all their text messages from 2 years and I sent them to the guy's wife. Both of the guys that she cheated with in Outcast, they are now getting a divorce. And 32 members of Outcast Motorcycle Club are under federal RICO indictment charge. When I get my lick back, I do it legally and I make sure you go to prison for a long fucking time. I'm a licensed bounty hunter, meaning if your shit is 65.
Is that crazy?
That is crazy.
Could
Over
you hear
a woman?
It? Huh?
Over
Could
a
you...
woman too?
Yeah. Yeah, over.
Yeah, no, I could hear it. I could hear it.
Did I? It looked. My video looked like I lost.
You did, but we were able to hear it. So.
Yeah. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
This guy claims that because he was a bounty hunter and this girl wouldn't submit to him. So let's look at some of the let's look at some of the comments. If your man this crazy, stay out of my DMs. Publicly admitting that you are the reason that an outlaw motorcycle club received a RICO charge is absolutely stupid. I can name about 6 potential crimes and 11 causes for civil action in this video alone. It would be my exhibit A against him. This is an attorney, Batsky Esquire, says I can list about 6 potential crimes and 11 causes for civil action. I can tell he used to get picked on in high school, somebody said. Let's hope he only dates YouTube women because I don't need that kind of third party. I also I'm gonna need him to tell me what kind of phones those are because people have my messages are supposed to be encrypted. Somebody
he's able to do all that, but he's recording with a 140p cam from a Nokia phone from 1989.
Did you say Nokia?
Yeah.
Somebody said this N-word is the mascot for Who Hurt You.
Yes.
Sounds like he illegally tapped her phone. So let's just take some of this apart a little bit. Somebody down here in the comments, there are several people said, hey, man, I Googled this and he's telling the truth. And I just wanted to look at it and see if we could fact check it just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not going to Google and find that there are 32 Outcast on indictment. I haven't found that. I haven't heard that. And I hear a lot of that kind of stuff. What I have found, and you guys remember this, we covered this case, there has been a recent indictment of 16 and of them, and that was last year sometime. And if I remember correctly, Mike, there was a woman that was in the indictment pictures. They took the pictures and put the pictures of all the people up there. And there was a woman in there, if I remember correctly. Wow. And you can Google that and see that. Now let's talk about this claim that he can get into your cell phone, and once in your cell phone, he can tell all the pictures or all of your stuff from your SMS messages. Now that claim is actually probably pretty true. There was if I remember, sometime around 2019 or so, there was an actual um, there was an actual application that was advertised in the Play stores, that you could get anybody's SMS message, and all you had to know was their phone number. And I remember that they took those things down. Apple and Android took those apps out of those Play stores, and so I went back to look to see if I could find those stories. And so I did find some, and here's one that I want to talk about. And just, since we're on the subject, kind of warn everybody. An SMS is a message. It's a simple message. It stands for like small messages or something like that. And these things this is like just the very basics of how computing uh, works way back in the day when they were sending these messages. And basically, the way SMS works is it's put on a server and then it's sent to your phone. And if your phone doesn't answer it, it stores it and sends it back again. And the big problem with SMS is that SMS is not encrypted, and so people can snatch your SMS out the air because it's not encrypted in the end. So if someone has your phone number and they have a certain kind of app, that's not because he's a bounty hunter. Anybody can they were selling that to anybody. As a matter of fact, there are some apps that they were selling. They took them off the Play Store too. And those apps, now the difference in those apps is that, like you can see some of these are advertised. I went and go look. Some of these are advertised. Enter a cell phone number to read text free without installing a target phone. All you got to do is enter your cell phone here. I don't know if these work because I didn't try any of them. A couple of them I looked at didn't work. But here's one that you have to pay for, and they say if you enter the phone number, you get it. So the technology appears to be out there. What you should be using is end-to-end encrypted messaging, like for instance WhatsApp or other end-to-end encrypted, maybe Telegram and other ones like that. So there could be some truth to a claim like that. I can get your text message. There could probably be some truth to a claim like that, but a lot of people say, well, I Googled it and it was true. No, what you Googled was that there was an indictment on them, and it wasn't 32 people. It was 16. So here is that anyone could easily find. So that could make it look like what he's saying is true, but to me it seems just highly suspect. So this happened last year sometime, July.
It's all suspect.
It seems interesting to me that somebody would do that. That it just seems crazy. Seems crazy. And a bit salacious. I don't believe it. What's that dun 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 you do that thing?
Oh yeah. Well, that's the like you messed up.
Yeah. That's what
that's what that is.
You got to send me that. That's what I would call it. And then I like that this, Badisky Esquire says I can name about 6 potential crimes and 11 causes for civil action. I just don't think that you can legally do that. But maybe we'll get an attorney on to tell us if that was true or not. But I just wanted to take a look at that this morning because so many people hit me up with it, and this guy just. Why would you do that? Because a woman pissed you off or something,
It's rough. Very rough.
Big Boss says, I think it's a little harder than what he thinks it is. And if he did it over a lady, a good lawyer will chew up his love life or he would go to jail with them. So that, I don't know. I don't think it's true. It doesn't seem like it passes the smell test to me.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I think
And then,
that dude is out on there talking out of his ass, and he's trying to look all big and bad, and it's a little bit of a clout move.
there's a lot of that going on these days. A lot of that going on. But let's just think about if he really did cause 16 or 32 or 52 people to get a RICO indictment because a girl said she wouldn't submit to his will. Does
That's
that make
radical.
any sense to you?
That's radical.
And then you get up and you make a video about it.
Right. That's crazy. Even if you did do it,
I think that would be very crazy to do something like that.
you'd be crazier to do that and then film a video about
What
yourself
you did.
doing and what you did. Yeah, no, it's insane. He's clout chasing.
That's why it's absolutely got to be just.
BS.
I just think it's not viable.
Right.
But then there comes the next question. Well, but why did he do that? Mike, I need an answer.
He did that because he got jealous off of a woman.
No, why did he make that fake video? I don't think that's real.
I think that he was trying to play all hardball. That's it.
Mm.
No one's gonna call him out. Doesn't think about like the end of what's gonna happen here. Thinking, oh, I'm part of like bounty hunter / LE. Like no one's gonna do anything to me. No one's gonna say nothing.
Somebody said he took Dog the Bounty Hunter to a whole new level.
Mm-hmm.
He needs a show. Maybe he's trying to do it to get a show.
It's extremely dangerous. Absolutely, it's dangerous, Philip. That's rough.
Yeah, that's rough. Anyway, that's the story for this morning. I mean, I thought it was, wow, this is. Honestly, I just didn't believe it when I saw it. Like, wow, is this guy really doing this?
Right. No, that's a rough one, man. That's a rough one. Dude didn't obviously care whatsoever.
Well, I know you got a short morning.
I do.
It's right here.
It's already time for me, so
is,
I will split out, and I'll allow you to do your thing. Much love and respect, everybody.
Yeah, you got to get out of here. Take care, man. This one right here was kind of crazy. This is something that I read when I was looking at how to read someone's text messages without their phone. So these are some of the apps that can do it: My Spy and Tellus, Umobix, Hoverwatch, Eyes, Flexi Spy. Can you believe that? A versatile phone tracking software offers real-time GPS tracking and web content filtering capabilities. Once installed, users can monitor text messages, media. Some of these you have to actually install them on somebody else's phone. And there are several ways that they do that. One is through a trick link. Another is through like trick email. Somebody opens up an email and then it installs stuff like that. So this is how a lot of times they'll get this spyware onto your phone, and you might not know it's there. So that might be something that you want to check for if you think you have a particularly jealous spouse like that guy. Look at this and tell us all these kinds of things. Another way that people can get your SMS messages is by creating a fake cell phone tower through an application. And so this fake cell phone tower will gather SMS messages. So if you're sending top secret stuff or stuff you don't want anybody to know about, know that your text messages are not safe. One is that they're stored on a server somewhere at all times so that the cell phone company can get them back. So they're stored on a server, and they also are, can be snatched out the air with like a fake cell phone tower, something set up like that to grab SMS messages. So it's highly possible what he's talking about. You need to be using for your sensitive text messages some sort of WhatsApp, Telegram, and all the other kind of ones they have out there that are encrypted end-to-end. So even if they snatch it out of the air, they will have a difficult time and for most people, an impossible time deciphering it, unless you're a real bad butt or some sort of government agency or something. Man, we had a lot of biker news that's going on today. One of the biggest things is all the stuff they got going on over there in down there in Florida. Florida is having their bike week, so man, everything's going on down there this weekend. So you might want to get down there and hang out and see what's going on. So there'll be a lot of things going on, and I want to tell you about this one thing in particular here, if I can show it. There's going to be a unity bash down at Daytona Beach over there. I believe it's at the Thunder Guards Motorcycle Clubhouse, Daytona Bike Week 2024 Unity Biker Bash. Now, the big thing to know is the doors are going to be open daily down there, 4 p.m. and probably until the sun comes up, Thursday through Sunday. So that's happening right now. Happy hour, 4 to 9. They're going to have nightly events down there. You're going to be going to 282 North Nova Road, Daytona Beach, 282 North Nova Road, Daytona Beach. If you want to reserve some VIP tables or whatever, you can call 386-235-6646, 386-235-6646. So that's for your hanging out down there if you're going to hang out on the set there. It's a unity run, so everybody's invited to come and have a good time, that sort of thing. It's going to be lots of fun for everybody down there. Man, so there was something else I wanted to tell you guys about. The story that we did a few days ago, the woman who was unfortunately raped down there over in India. That woman, they've arrested 5 more people in her case, which is kind of crazy. It's a Spanish woman that was visiting Brazil, and she's one of those creators, a travel blogger, and she and her husband were down there, and they were stopped to stay in a wasn't even a rest stop. It was like just a field, and they have all this traveling and camping equipment and stuff. And they stopped there, and she was raped by 7 men. I think there were actually 8 men in the attack. So when we first reported it, they had arrested like 3 men. And so Indian police have arrested 5 more men accused of sexually assaulting a Brazilian biker and attacking her husband in a case that caused outrage in the country. The woman in her 30s and her husband in his 60s were camping during a motorcycle trip from India to Nepal when they were allegedly attacked by 7 men in Dumka district of eastern Jharkhand state on Friday. State police said they arrested 5 suspects on Tuesday. Police arrested 3 men over the incident at the weekend. 3 suspects involved in the incident were arrested and remanded in judicial custody on March 2nd, 2024, and 5 other suspects in the case were apprehended yesterday, police said in a statement. For the couple who document their travels online under the blog name Vicente E. Fernanda, they reportedly arrived in India from Bangladesh on their motorbikes. They were spending the night at a makeshift tent in a remote part of Kermhat in the Hansdia area of the district when they were allegedly attacked by at least 7 men. In a now deleted social media post, the woman said the group barged into the tent, sexually assaulted her. The men were accused of beating the couple and stealing 10,000 rupees and $120 in cash and a ring. We chose the place for the night to stay because it was calm and beautiful. We thought it would be okay if we lived there alone, she told local media on Tuesday before leaving for Nepal. The people of India are nice. I don't blame the people of India, but I do blame the criminals the people of India have treated me very well and very kind to me. Jharkhand police gave the 1 million rupees, the equivalent to about $12,000, in compensation to her husband. There were 8 people involved, 2 persons with her husband who tied him up. The police worked on this swiftly and arrested all accused. Dumka deputy commissioner, and whose name I cannot pronounce, told the National World newspaper. We did a fast investigation, and from the side of the district administration, we are providing all the help to them. We will try for a speedy trial conviction of the accused. So there is movement on that case. It sparked international condemnation, and nobody can believe such a horrible occurrence could happen to bikers just out enjoying the land and seeing what was going on, and enjoying the people. Such a horrible thing to happen. And I just can't imagine being the husband tied up watching these people do horrible things to my wife. And then, when you're a little bit older, like I'm 60, so he's in his 60s. It's just you're just not as tough as you once were. You're not able to fight 7 guys. Like when I was a young man and a karate expert, I would have at least thought that I would have had a better chance.
I'm a licensed bounty hunter, meaning if you jump.
And so that really sucked. And we're I'm prayerful for them. I hope that they get the justice that they deserve. We had last night on the show, we had Brophy and one of his club brothers, whose name I can't recall off the top of my head, which I will be able to say the minute I get off of the show. But we had them on the show, and they came on last night. So we want you guys to go see that, because the Soul Foundation actually gives showers and clothing and food and hope and inspiration to people who are homeless out there in California. And they do an amazing job. And they have built like this shower. It looks like 2 of them together on some sort of a trailer or something. And they take this shower out and they shower people with hot water and everything who are living on the streets and might not have had a shower for months, 3 or 4 months or something like that. People that have had to wear socks for 60 days and 90 days and stuff like that. And they have clothing for these people and food for these people and everything. And you just got to go see that interview last night that we did. And you need to go see and at the end of the interview, even if you don't watch the interview, fast forward it to the end and just look at the video of them actually doing this work. And so we want you guys to go check that out, man, because it was really, really amazing. The work these guys have done, and the just the work they're doing in the community. This is the good stuff. And you guys talk to me a lot about not, about all the salacious stuff we put on, and we do the good stuff, but it doesn't always get watched. So if we do the good stuff and you don't watch it, then get mad at us. You're not doing the good stuff. So this is some real good stuff. And we want you to go watch Brother Brophy and his motorcycle club and his club brothers with the Soul Foundation. They're real like soulful dudes. They have it's kind of funny. Their whole logo and all that stuff is on a surfboard behind the one gentleman's head as he in his office, I suppose. And so these guys are, surfer dudes, old surfer dudes like myself, who are doing great stuff for the world, man. And we like that. Here in this story, we have the story is entitled Savannah's oldest existing black motorcycle club creates a lasting legacy. So we're going to take a look at this video here real quick. Let me back it up for you guys. And I don't have Mike Ball doing this, so I'm a little bit slow today. It's like you forget how to do this if you haven't done it in a while. Here we go. Action. Are you guys serious? Is there no audio on that? I hear it just fine. Where's Mike Ball when I need him? All right, let's try this again. One more time. Action. Can you guys hear it now? Mike says unmute the source. Where the hell is the source muted, Mike? Where's my Mike Ball when I need him? Oh, I see the source now. I see it now. Okay, we should have sound now. Let's try it.
Back in the day, they were somewhat of an anomaly. Black bikers rumbling through the streets of the South. Even more rare were clubs that sprouted up locally and all across the country, creating a brotherhood of sorts. As we continue to celebrate Black history, we bring you a story that's never been told. It focuses on Savannah's oldest surviving Black motorcycle club, the Soulful Riders. Wind in their face, emblems on their backs, and the open road ahead.
I feel like a rock star. Respect, love, loyalty, we have it all.
For nearly half a century, the Soulful Riders have cruised highways and byways near and far. Although Black motorcycle clubs have been around for decades across the country, this band of brothers is one of the oldest existing groups in the state.
It's a club coming out of the civil rights era, 60s and the 70s, and right on even up till now. I wanted something to basically mirror my people. And soulful during that time, anything that involved soul was mentioning Black people. So us being Black people, soulful was the way I wanted to be looked at. And the fact that we rode motorcycles, we're riders.
Believe it or not, for as long as they've been around, this is their first time in the media spotlight.
Being a Black entity or a Black organization, we've never done anything wrong to get into the news. We don't characterize ourselves as the bad guys. We were blessed to not ever lost a member through violence. We've never had any beefs with any other club across the country. So we get lost in the shuffle if we don't make the news.
There's Chico, Junebug, Maintenance, Doughboy, Otto, Shotgun, and Fat Man. 6 of the nearly 50 active members from all walks of life and professions. Nicknames are part of the culture, but helping others is the core of their mission.
that was my insight about a motorcycle club. Enjoy the sport of biking, and also at some point give back to the community. During that time, there were telethons. You may remember those. There was the United Negro College Fund. We participated in that. We gave big donations to that. There was Jerry's Kids. Basically, we were TV stars in that time. We enjoyed that. We had another charity we used to do every Christmas. We used to go out to Greenbrier Children's Home, take little gifts.
There's also a certain criteria for members. Black Harleys. Isaac Chico Griffin is the founder and national commander. He started the club after coming home from the Vietnam War. In their heyday, they were the talk of the town. Fond memories of yesteryear when their clubhouse was the spot for fun, food, and fellowship.
Basically, this club grew from just 5 guys to 200 right here in Savannah, Georgia. And to this day, I don't think there's a club in this country that has had those numbers in one chapter.
Today, Vincent's Cafe in West Savannah is where they often gather. If you ask any one of them what being a soulful rider means, they'll tell you camaraderie.
But it means unity, brotherhood. I always try to surround myself with a lot of positivity. And then, being in this club, all my brothers, I say at least 80% of them are business owners or work for themselves, in which that gives me a good sense of direction of where I want to be.
But for Chico, it's more of a calling. He and Junebug are the last of the 2 original members.
I'm truly blessed and thankful that I'm still here. I've been in this motorcycle game 50 years, 45 of them were soulful riders. And I'm hoping that the guys that come behind me can take it another 45 or 50 years.
They are now committed to preserving their history and creating a legacy that they hope will be here long after they're gone.
We just want to enjoy the sport of biking, do our thing in the community, and exist.
In the meantime, they're still riding strong, spreading love, peace, and soul.
When you ride and you wear these colors, you ride with pride. And your mission is to mirror that unity, that freedom, and that power. And as you ride with pride, you bring peace, love, unity, and good fortune to one another.
This year, the Soulful Riders celebrate their 45th anniversary.
Yeah, man. So that's the Soulful Riders, man. Been around for a long time. We celebrate and salute you guys. I want to do more motorcycle clubs from all over the world. We want to look at motorcycle clubs from all over the world and tell their stories. So if you have some film or some footage, or you want to make some film or some footage to send me, and you're a motorcycle club that's somewhere in the world, in the whole wide world, just send it to me. Mike Ball and I will make sure that we get it out there for you. Mike Ball the Wise and myself, Black Dragon, we'll put it on our show and everybody will get a chance to see it, man. So that is a story that I just felt really blessed to be able to bring you guys. Along, with all the other stuff that we see, it's good to see something, just something warm, man. Something
I'm a licensed bounty.
really warm. So, man, we we started on this this craziness this morning, but we have some better stuff going on. Hey, listen, there's some stuff that's been happening.
Rust Armorer, Hannah Gutierrez.
Recently, there's some stuff that's been happening, and I was really kind of blown away by the news that the armorer in the Rust production was found guilty a couple days ago. It didn't look for a while like anybody was going to be found guilty on that thing. And the armorer, they said, got rid of evidence, and maybe she had been high, and I heard that it was alleged that she got rid of some drugs or something like that after the incident or whatever. But she went through a trial, and what's going to be interesting is the trial. Oh my goodness, what's his name? The man who owned the production. He's also a movie star. I would have known his name. It's escaped me. But the thing is, he might be found guilty next. I remember the first time that somebody tell you guys know everything. Somebody tell me his name. The movie star guy, because he's the big guy. Alex Baldwin. Thank you, Kel. See, my people know everything, man. They know everything. Woo! And without Mike Ball here to save me, I need you guys. But anyway, she this young lady, Hannah Gutierrez, she just got found guilty for her participation, and this is she was never really, in my opinion, she's never really even qualified to be there. Like she was, it's almost like, her father was in the business and they gave her a job that could have gone to somebody that really had the credentials to be there. And she's in the family, she's in a job, they find a little spot for her that probably pays good money. Let's make her an armorer. And they stick her on the film. I think that's going to change. What happened in that is going to change a lot of stuff in Hollywood for a long time, because she clearly was in over her head in a perfect storm. Because most times you would have stuck her over there in that job and she would have been just fine, and she would have done a minimal job, an incompetent job, but nobody would have been hurt. And she would have probably been able to do that job for a long, long time, except for a perfect storm happened where people brought live rounds to the set. They were probably out in the wilderness somewhere in Arizona or Tucumcari, New Mexico or something, shooting at the prey and stuff. And that got into the prop guns, and a prop gun got pointed at a lady, and Alec Baldwin some kind of way shot her. And that perfect storm means that this defendant's going to go to jail, probably. Maybe for, that she faces 18 months. That's what she faces. So anyway, this is the moment she was found guilty. And I don't know why they do that, but it does seem interesting. Let's check it out.
We find the defendant, Hannah Gutierrez, guilty of involuntary manslaughter as charged in count 1. We find the defendant, Hannah Gutierrez, not guilty of tampering with evidence as charged in count 2.
All right, thank you. You may be seated. Let me get those forms, retrieve those forms from you. I'm going to do what's called polling the jury. What I need to put on the record is that this is your individual verdict.
Very unsafe conditions, and it was obvious. I mean, there was nothing you couldn't miss. Never did the safety checks. Never checked the rounds, pull them out to look at them, shake them. I mean, if you'd have done that, this wouldn't have happened. Someone died. I mean, you gotta take responsibility, especially when you're handling weapons and you're in charge of those. That's your job. And lack of experience, or whatever you want to call it, you took the job.
So, lack of experience, or whatever you want to call it, you took the job. And so I say that same thing. Check this out. How did Black Dragon do this? I say that same thing to presidents of motorcycle clubs and to road captains and sergeant at arms and stuff like that. You just because you don't know how to do a job, when you get it, doesn't mean that you can't, or that you shouldn't. Like, there's just no excuse. You got to get yourself up to to proficiency quickly or let it go. And this can happen. Like you're a road captain, you don't know what you're doing. You bring the pack out into an 18-wheeler coming down the road because you didn't know how to switch lanes right, or you thought it was cool to switch lanes and bring the motorcycle into a club, into a pack of cars coming down the road. There's an 18-wheeler and half of the club pulls out in front of it and half behind it, and you're controlling all this. So you can get people killed with incompetence of any kind. In this case, it was a young lady who was incompetent according to everybody. She should not
has been found
have ever even been
guilty
there.
of.
And so that's
this is all I know.
That's kind of sad. Now, the next guy that we have to worry about is Alec Baldwin. They tried to take him to court before, and they were just sorely beaten. But they got new evidence. And one of the things that his problem is going to be, but I really kind of, I almost think he's going to get away because they found the armorer guilty. And it's her job to make sure that in his hand is a harmless gun. So if I'm on a movie set and I have a harmless gun in my hand, I can just pull it and shoot it at anybody. I shouldn't even have any expectation that the gun would be real. Right? But they still have him on trial because you're not supposed to point a gun at somebody and shoot it. Man, I can't say, I always thought those guns were fake. Frank says he didn't beat the charges. The DA dropped them. For some kind of something happened and the charges were gone. Thank you, Frank, for correcting me. But they came out and they said, they came out with a big thing on the news about how he was right and everything. And I don't think that he was going to be brought back to court, but it looks like he might be next. Here is an interview of him on Court TV where he was being interviewed, where he said that he did not shoot the lady. I guess they allege that the gun just goes off. But all the experts are saying that this is a revolver, and those of you who know about revolvers, they don't often just go off. They have to be really mechanically screwed up to do that. And now they have trigger fingers, or itchy. They have quick triggers and stuff like that. That they do have that. But in those kinds of guns, you have to pull the trigger anyway. Let's see what he has to say here.
This is all I know, and that is that I take the gun out in the rehearsal. Really, he wants it very dramatic and very sort of sneak up on them. I take the gun out, and as it clears, as the barrel clears the hole, turn and cock the gun over here. I turn and cock the gun goes off. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be a cold gun. Nothing. No flash charges, nothing.
It wasn't a cold gun. That gun in Alec Baldwin's hand had a live round in it. That live round ended up taking the life of the cinematographer, Helena Hutchins. There she is. They were just rehearsing a scene. The film wasn't even rolling at that point. It was right after the lunch break, and they were rehearsing a scene where Alec Baldwin's character does a cross draw. Alec Baldwin has claimed from the beginning they didn't squeeze the trigger. So somehow a gun in his hand discharged a bullet. Common sense says that his finger's on the trigger at some point, and that's how guns work, generally speaking.
Yeah. So you can see he's probably going to have a problem with that. But if he cocked that gun and the gun went off, you can pull the cock back and it could slip out of your, like, especially, I got a thumb that's not a whole complete thumb. You could maybe pull it back and the hammer drops. Then you probably didn't pull the trigger. But I don't know how that gun works, but man, that's a problem. But if Brian Jones says lame, someone says Baldwin goes up in June for involuntary manslaughter. So I don't know. I don't know if the gun is supposed to be. What you got to point the gun and pull the trigger at some time during the production. Because we see that happen. Don't. I mean, we see the movies, and in some you look right down the guy's hand, and the action of the gun is happening and everything, and you see this. So, at what point do you get to put, or do they never actually really point a gun at somebody? Is that just all mirrors and smoke? It could be. I mean, it could be that they never actually ever point guns at anybody. You know, after Bruce Lee's son died, they had a lot of changes in how that stuff is done in Hollywood. But if someone hands you a cold gun, no flashes, no pyrotechnics, no nothing, this is a cold gun. If it's their job to make sure that you have a cold gun, are you responsible for involuntary manslaughter? It just depends on what the rules on the set were. Like if the rules are no matter what, nobody points a gun at anyone. If those were the rules, then maybe he's gone about here. But we see that, and that's a very interesting thing. Black Dragon and the thumb thing again. You guys watch too much of me. Plenty of unqualified people are put in positions they're not qualified for. Many are in high places. Have you used a new gas can lately? My point exactly. The new gas cans are hard to use. They are hard to use, man. Nitro says Brandon Lee got taken out the same way during the filming of The Crow. Yes, he did, and he was one good person. I was really looking forward to seeing a lot of his movies. So somebody said, Frank says he was responsible to check it when he took the gun out of her care. You know, I don't see how. If you're not a gun expert and you're just a movie star, how are you responsible to check anything? You're not supposed to have to check nothing, I would say. Assume a gun is loaded, but it's not supposed to be a real gun. It's a movie Hollywood prop. One would think. I mean, I just can't believe they had real guns on the set. There's nothing legal about him breaking into people's phones without a warrant. There we go. Midwest Prince says that you can't do that legally, and so now we know. Perhaps because another attorney, we saw an attorney that said something like that earlier too. Stop the cap. Alex should be held as she was. That's why you don't point guns at people. True, it would have happened at some point, but this could have resulted in a different outcome. I'm not on no cap, War Gorilla. I'm just saying, if you handed me a fake gun in a Hollywood movie set, I would probably assume I could point it and shoot it at anybody. The last thing I'd be thinking is a bullet would come out of it. Frank says they're trained at the beginning of the filming. I'm sure they are. So anyway, not you, Black Dragon. Frank's got his middle finger up in his picture. I just, or War Gorilla rather. I'm like, wow, thank you, War Gorilla. So anyway, I don't know, guys. I don't know about that. It seems very interesting to me. I never thought I would see such a thing. And you go to work, and you think you're going to work to go to work, and you wind up going to prison, and all you did was show up for work. Is that crazy? In this video, a man kills a man. Let's see. So it seems in Jordan, they shoot guns off at weddings, and this has become quite the thing, that you show up to the wedding with a real AK-47 machine gun and you shoot it in the air. I saw this somebody sent this to me yesterday on in messaging, and they sent it to me, and it disturbed me so much that I actually went and looked it up. So this guy shooting, and he drops the gun right here. And as he's dancing, right? And this, I won't show you this part because I don't want to get the video demonetized. But as he's dancing, he drops the gun to about, you can see here, he's got it leveled to the ground, right? And he squeezes off the trigger. And there's a guy standing over here. And that guy falls over dead. And he's still not done dancing. And you're like, did I just, that can't be real. I find myself saying more and more, that can't be real. And more I find out that it is real as hell. It is the real deal, Evander Holyfield. So I went to go look this up. I was like, that's not possible. I typed in something like, so I saw someone in the comments said, oh, no, that's a true thing. It happened at the wedding, and it was actually the groom who was killed. And it looked like Saudi Arabia to me, so I typed groom killed at wedding in Saudi Arabia. And I got a return. I got this back. Actually, the chilling moment when a wedding turns to a tragedy as the groom is slain by a celebratory gunfire. And here is the wedding that I just showed you. The Mirror reports this. Thousands gathered in Mayan, southern Jordan, for the funeral of a policeman, Hamza al-Fanesh, something like that, who was murdered by a stray bullet the day before at his wedding. Fanesh, I think. Fanesh, F-A-N-A-T-S-E-H. I don't know how to say that, but I wish I did. A wedding in Jordan turned into an unimaginable tragedy when the groom was accidentally killed by celebratory gunfire. Not so celebratory. Thousands gathered in Mayan, southern Jordan, for the funeral of the policeman. And we just said his name, Hamza. Oh, my goodness. I'm so sorry for not saying your name right. He was killed by a stray bullet the day before. The Public Security Directorate issued a sharply written statement on Wednesday mourning the loss of Fanesh and urging citizens to end the deadly habit of shooting at the weddings. Just firing a machine gun off. It's absolutely crazy. And there are a lot of people said that, Aztec. A lot of people said it looked planned because it really did look like he just leveled the gun at the guy. And you got to see the video. The guy just falls over dead for real. He just plops right on down. And you're like, was that fake? The PSD said that anyone who has ever fired a gun during a celebration, claiming it as an act of manhood or of joy, is complicit in the killing of this police officer. The report suggested the bride was at the salon where she received the news that the groom had been struck by celebratory gunfire. Not so celebratory anymore. Many took to social media to send prayers to the late groom's family and call for more stringent penalties for those who use firearms at public celebrations. My heart aches for the young man, although I don't know him. When will this terrible tradition end? Facebook user Jamana Murad wrote. Jamal Zubui wrote, I'm overwhelmed by sadness over this young man. I can't imagine what his mother or bride must be feeling. So it seems that this is a thing. Somebody said, I've been hearing about such incidents with an S since I was a little girl. Damn. And I'm sick of it. The toughest sanctions must be enforced on those who take part in celebratory gunfire with complete indifference to the lives of others. Wrote Facebook user Fatan Al-Huri. The unauthorized use of guns or explosives is illegal in Jordan and can result in imprisonment for up to 3 months or a fine of $1,151 or both. Speaking with the Jordan Times lawyer, stuck here, another name I cannot pronounce, he explained that if the act results in someone's death, the perpetrator will be punished by hard labor for a period of no less than 10 years. And hard labor in Jordan ain't no joke. Celebratory gunfire is culturally accepted in parts of the Balkans, Russia, the Middle East, South Asia, Latin America. They said the United States. Really? I wish you would fire off your gun here in Atlanta, in the city limits. They'd take your butt right on. And Ethiopia. A morbidity and mortality weekly report by the U.S. Centers of Disease Control and Prevention found that 80% of celebratory gunfire related injuries in Puerto Rico. In April 2014, a 20-year-old pregnant mother of two, Wadia Badawai, was struck in the head and killed by a stray bullet at her neighbor's wedding in Lebanon. Jesus. In January of this year, two people, 40-year-old man and a 35-year-old man, died in celebratory gunfire at a party in Michigan. Well, why they want to include the United States in on this? But now that I think about it, there are a lot of celebratory gunshots here in Georgia on New Year's Eve and also on the 4th of July. Do you do that? Do you walk out? Do you walk out in the middle of the night on New Year's Eve and a couple in the air? Is that what you guys do? Because if you do, you're an idiot. And you could kill somebody. Celebratory gunfire. I guess it does go on here in the United States. And it's stupid. Don't do that, man. You might hit an airplane. Clap, clap. Don't do that. You don't know where your bullet's going to come back down at. I don't know if a falling bullet can kill someone. Maybe we should look that up. Can a falling bullet from the air kill someone? Does it come down with the same velocity that it goes up? Can a falling bullet kill you? I just typed that. I'm not the only person that's typed that. It already knew. Is that crazy? It already knew. Let's see. Injuries, depending on the angle it's fired, the speed of a falling bullet changes. A bullet fired nearly vertically will lose the most speed, usually falling at a terminal velocity, which is much lower than muzzle velocity. Despite this, people can still be injured or killed by bullets falling at this speed. This is under celebratory gunfire. Wow. There you go. In Wiki, celebratory gunfire. The shooting of a firearm into the air for celebration. That's celebratory gunfire. It is, okay, so whoever wrote that got that from here. It sometimes occurs in the Balkans, Russia, Middle East, Southeast Asia, Latin America, United States, and Ethiopia. That's what we just read here. Okay, so somebody else went here. Common occasions for celebratory gunfire. New Year's Day. There you go. The practice sometimes results in random death and injury from stray bullets, property damage, and other stuff. So there, now you know. And it tells where it all comes from and the trends and everything. So don't be out there just shooting your guns up in the air. You might kill somebody. Creeping Death said it may not kill you, but it would probably hurt like hell. And that's what it says. It may or may not kill you. Shootings happen where I grew up on the 4th, so they outlawed fireworks. Yeah, a few guys got it ruined for everybody. What goes up must come down. Yes, it can kill a person. Some older man died in Vegas, and he was in his house. Oh, there you go. My boss said, damn. War Gorilla said he was sitting on the couch in his house. Wow. Random. Bree says random, but do you still check your sugar at the end of lives? I hope all is well with that. Oh, and I miss your walk and talk videos you did forever ago. Do you do those anymore? I've been promising Mike Ball that I was going to get back to them. And while he runs the room and I'm out walking and he can control everything. So what I've been doing lately, I do like nighttime ones, and I'm not really walking, but I'm out in the wilderness. So yes, I'm getting back to walking. Do I check my blood sugar at the end of lives? Yes, I have a blood sugar patch now. But what I'll do is I will bring back the readings of that so that people can see I'm still active with that. And also, so I will be doing the walk and talk videos again. Everybody says they missed those, so we got to give the people what they want, and I do need the exercise, so we'll be doing that again. Thank you, Bree. Appreciate you. Thank you for watching. If you were watching the walk and talk videos, you were watching for a long, long time. So yeah, we want to, that's a horrible thing, but it happened last year. I just saw when I see those videos, when you guys, you cannot believe how many videos you guys send me. And I just about watch them all, including the sex ones you send me. I watch those too, because I don't have time to go find that stuff. And you guys you'll send me anything. People send me more people dying stuff and just, but I get videos all day, every day from you guys. News videos, videos, pictures. You guys just keep my inbox just full. So some of the videos I see you guys send me are so disturbing. I got to go check it out and see, wow, what's the real story behind that? And that's where that one came from, man. So I love the wake and take. Is that supposed to be walk and talk? So that's what I'm saying. Aztec Cruisin said he's been watching me since the beginning. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. God bless you. Maybe you guys need a life if you've been watching me that long. So yeah, that's I think that's everything today. So we're gonna go back to where, oh my goodness. I was just checking through the videos and somebody sent some craziness. So we'll go back to where we started with this video here, which I think is crazy, but since that's how we start, we'll see this one more time.
Meaning, if you jump on and your shit is 65,000 or above, I work with the marshals, I'm gonna come kick your front door in. It's not gonna bother me at all. So this chick I'm dating, she decides to tell me, I am never going to submit to you. I am never going to be loyal to you. All my loyalty is going to go to Outcast Motorcycle Club and 2 of my exes in this club. She decides at 2 o'clock in the morning while I'm at work, she wants to be on FaceTime with one. I can break into a phone without the phone. All I need is a cell phone number. And I'm going to get your phone in 15 minutes. And I'm going to have all of your text messages from 2 years within 4 hours. This is what I do. She is now under a federal RICO indictment charge. Outcast Motorcycle Club is now under a federal RICO indictment charge because she wanted to fucking play with me and wanted to be on fucking live with these motherfuckers. The niggas that she cheated with that were married, I took all their text messages from 2 years and I sent them to the guy's wife. Both the guys that she cheated with, Outcast, they're now getting a divorce. And 32 members of Outcast Motorcycle Club are under federal RICO indictment charge. When I get my lick back, I do it legally and I make sure you go to prison for a long fucking time.
Okay, as I've heard this again, this is actually my 3rd time hearing it. There's a few things that are absolute inconsistencies here that are not true. First of all, the whole Outcast Motorcycle Club nation is not under RICO indictment. That's not true. 32 people in the Outcast are not under indictment. That was 16 people. And I haven't heard of anybody else that's been put under indictment. The idea that all I need is your phone number and I can get into your phone, that doesn't seem true to me. We read about those apps. How they work is they go get your SMS messages or they intercept the SMS messages coming to you. But the only way to get into your phone is you got to have an app installed on your phone via some kind of spyware or something, an email, but not just from having your phone number. If that was the case, we could just go on forever. We've heard a few people say that this one lawyer right here says I see about 6 potential crimes and 11 cases for civil action in this video alone. It would be my exhibit A against him. I really think that this is some BS. I really think that this is some BS, man. But it's salacious. But I just think it was some enterprising guy who might be mad. Who might be mad about something. Or maybe it's just a guy seeking clout, internet clout. That's what we see a lot of these days. The big boss says he's a security guard at a local hot dog shop. It could be, but yeah, I just there was several inconsistencies in there, and several just not true. You're not gonna have all I need is your phone number, and I can break into your phone and get 2 years worth of data. Like that's a little bit different than the applications that we read about that can actually receive SMS numbers or SMS messages. Anyway, hey, that's my new show for today. And Mike Ball, he went to go get his daughter. He could be back by now. I'm Black Dragon, and that's my 2 cents, man. I definitely, absolutely appreciate you guys for everything you do and for being with us. Sven, I see you out there in Germany, out there in the Black Forest, man. Thank you for being such a dear friend and for keeping up with us all this time. If you guys need to call into the show, it's 404-692-0336 if you ever need to get me here in the office. Hit that like, share, subscribe, and notification bell if you wouldn't mind. You can find Black Dragon Biker TV on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and now TikTok. And we go live daily on TikTok. Almost daily we go live on TikTok now. Email is blackdragon@blacksabbathmc.com. Blackdragon@blacksabbathmc.com. Bike nights over here are Tuesday night. Black Dragon's Dragon's Lair is the name of my place. 3383 Lawrenceville Highway, Tucker, Georgia. We'll be getting back open and enjoying our Tuesday night bike nights, having fun. Hey, listen, get all my books at blackdragonsgear.com. You can get all my books and everything over there at blackdragonsgear.com. Also, my books are available on Amazon and Kindle. Look for the books written by John E. Bunch II, Black Dragon, Prospects Bible, President's Bible, Public Relations Officer's Bible, Sergeant at Arms Bible, Prospects Bible for Women's Motorcycle Clubs, and my newest book, The Social Club Bible, are all available for you on Amazon, Kindle, somewhere on Audible, and then, of course, you can get your autograph versions from blackdragonsgear.com. Support the channel. We've been demonetized for a little while, so you can support the channel at $BikerPrez. We need your help, people, and help us stay on the air. Also, you can send to my PayPal, JBunchII, stands for John Bunch II, JBunchII at AOL.com. Or, of course, $BikerPrez, PREZ for the Cash App, $BikerPrez. All right. And if you want to donate to the Soul Foundation, it's soulfoundationca.com, soulfoundationca.com. Go look at my video last night and see that video to see what the Soul Foundation is all about. It's really cool. You can follow Mike Ball, the Wise, we call him, Mike Ball the Wise, at TikTok, Instagram and TikTok, under Ball Valve TV, and you can donate at $Ball Valve. And on YouTube here, he's known as Insane Wheels. Okay, so that's it. The Dragon's Lair Motorcycle Chaos is the name of my daily podcast. It's on Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, and on Spreaker. So make sure to check that out. That's all my information, my dear friends. Thank you so much for being on with us for this hour. Much love and honor and respect to you all. And I hope you all have a great day. And we will see you again Monday. We might have something this weekend. Maybe see some of you guys down in Daytona Beach. Be good. Love one another. Treat each other like precious pieces of irreplaceable solid gold. And if you do that, you won't have problems in your motorcycle club that people have who don't. Capiche? That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents. Thanks for tuning in. And get skinny. Hey, listen, man, I handle the boards without halfway by myself. Is that cool or what? But I hate this. I can't wait till Mike Ball is back.
Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.
Get Black Dragon's first book, The Prospect's Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years and is required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing onto the motorcycle club set. It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club prospect you can be. Get the book.